Carvarston, or
Yes.
Shirley Carvarston. Yeah.
Okay, call this public hearing, 6 p.m. Topic is 2008 Community Development Block Grant Notice of Intent for Food Bank. And I'm going to have our Assistant Planner, Jen Dismo, come up and Associate Planner. Okay. Dimshow. That's what is that how I said it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just noticed that the public hearings notice says 6:45. So we'll go ahead and go through this form. I don't know if this is on.
It says 6:45 on your.
Test, yeah. So it says 6:45, but since the agenda says 6, we'll go ahead and do it now. And then if anyone comes in to talk at 6:45, we'll just make sure the record's still open and they can provide testimony then. So
Double book the paper for time wise.
no, it just says 6:45. It didn't double book.
Okay.
And fortunately, we don't have another hearing at 6:45, so it's okay to still leave it open until then if someone comes in.
Well, we have two other public hearings.
Right, 6:15, 6:30, and then
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
does that work? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to read this statement. The Community Development Block Grant requires that we have a hearing before applying for funds. So it's going to be a long statement, and just bear with me.
Okay.
So the City of St. Helens is eligible to apply for a 2017 Community Development Block Grant from Business Oregon. Community Development Block Grant comes from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. These grants can be used for public facilities and housing improvements, primarily for people with low to moderate incomes. Approximately $12 million will be rewarded to Oregon non-metropolitan cities and counties in 2017. The maximum grant that a city or county can receive is $2.5 million. The City of St. Helens is preparing an application from Business Oregon for the relocation of the Columbia Pacific Food Bank into the Columbia Electric Feed and Seed location at 1421 Columbia Boulevard. It's estimated that the proposed project will benefit at least 15,000 people, of whom 100% will be low to moderate income. A public hearing will be held at City Council at or later than 6:45 on June 6th at City Council Chambers located in the City Hall building at 265 Strand. Access for this hearing will be from the plaza side entrance. The purpose of this hearing is for the City Council to obtain citizen views and to respond to questions and comments about community development, housing needs, especially the needs of low and moderate income people, as well as other needs in the community that might be assisted with a community development block grant project and the proposed project. Written comments are also welcome and must be received by June 20th, 2018 at City Hall, by mail at P.O. Box 278, St. Helens, Oregon, 97051, or by email at j.dimshow@ci.sthelens.or.us. Both oral and written comments will be considered by the City Council in deciding whether or not to apply. The location of the hearing is accessible to people with disabilities. Anyone needing special assistance should call City Hall at least 72 hours in advance to ensure necessary assistance is available. The council chambers are fully accessible. Please contact Jenny Dimshow at 503-366-8207 or by email if you need any special accommodations to attend or participate in the meeting. More information about the Oregon Community Development Block Grants, the proposed project, and records about the City of St. Helens' past use of Community Development Block Grant funds is available for public review at City Hall, 265 Strand Street, or during regular office hours. Advance notice is requested. If special accommodations are needed, please notify Jenny Dimshow at 503-366-8207 so that appropriate assistance can be provided. Permanent involuntary displacement of persons or businesses is not anticipated as a result from the proposed project. If displacement becomes necessary, alternatives will be examined to minimize displacement and provide required reasonable benefits to those displaced. Any low and moderate income housing that is demolished or converted to another use will be replaced. And I believe there's a Fair Housing Council resolution on for tonight. Is that right? So that's also in support of our development block grant. If we have an updated Fair Housing Council resolution, we get a little bit of extra points in the application process. So
Nice.
this time, is there anyone here to talk about the community development block grant? Casey, did you want to say anything?
First of all, I'd like to thank John and Jenny for meeting with us and agreeing to work with us on this project. It's sorely needed. We are the second smallest warehouse, regional food bank of the 20 regional food banks in the state of Oregon. We are the second smallest in the state, 2,500 square feet. Everybody else averages 10,000. But that allows them to do much more, which is what we're looking to do with a new location that we're going to. We have a lot of community groups that want to volunteer and they want to do repack, where we get things in bulk and they repack it into smaller quantities. We can't do that where we are. With this new facility, we will have an area that will meet the health code standards, and we'll be able to do that. We'll be putting a kitchen in, and we'll be doing more cooking classes. We'll also be doing sample recipes for clients to taste test and giving them recipes for that. We will have an enclosure for the fresh produce distribution that we do here locally at the food bank. And needless to say, for any of those of you who've been to our facility and know where Columbia Electric Feed and Seed is, it's much more friendly from a handicapped individual's perspective. From that standpoint, our plans are to make some improvements around the building, going down 14th Street, putting in a couple of handicap parking spots. Going down 14th, right around the corner from Columbia. Just as an example, we want to spruce it up so that it looks nice, for people driving by. It's not too bad on Columbia Boulevard, but when you turn the corner on 14th Street, does leave a little bit to be desired. From that standpoint. It will help a number of the residents in St. Helens right now. 1 in every 5 residents in St. Helens qualifies, and we actually have 1 in 5 that actually come and utilize the services of the food bank over the course of the year. Not everybody comes every month. The average number of household visits is 4.4 per year. Those that we see on a regular basis primarily fall into 2 categories: the elderly and people with some type of disability, whether it be physical, mental, or they're dealing with addiction, which I also consider to be a type of disability. Those are the folks that we see primarily on a monthly basis. And again, I just want to thank you all for considering this, and we really appreciate the support of the City of St. Helens in this project.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you. Yep. Any other comments? Nope. Okay, well, I will say that we had another idea for this UGB, but when they came to me with this, I said, no, you can't compete with that. So hopefully it goes through. We're doing all the necessary steps we can to get it. Jen and John are pretty good at this type of stuff, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Yep. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this open because the time said 6:45, and we will check back around 6:45ish to see if there's anybody here. Okay.